Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the Beis Halevi on AHAVAS YISRAEL. Today we're starting the 7th chapter, Oid Averis Shehasina Garemes, more Averis, more transgressions, that hatred of another Jew engenders what it brings upon a person. And he writes, Gam mevili de Lashon HaRa chamura. If you hate another Jew, it's going to bring you to Lashon HaRa, to speaking gossip, evil speech and slander, which is chamura, which is very serious. Because through one's hatred, megale mume chaveru, he will reveal the mumim, the blemishes and the shortcomings of his friend. When you hate somebody, can you see the good? No, you cannot. When you hate somebody, do you see the bad? Yes, you see all the bad, the negativity, all the faults of that person. And because that you hate them, you feel justified in being megali and revealing that to anyone who is willing to listen to you. So someone who is entrenched in the sin of Sinas Chinam, of hating a fellow Jew, is certainly not going to see the good. His eyes are going to be focused in on seeing the bad and finding rotten areas of this person. You'll find any justification that you possibly can to be able to reveal that bad that you see. Forget about the fact that you yourself have so much negative traits, and you yourself have so many faults and deficiencies, and you yourself are certainly falling short of where you could be as an Oved Hashem, as a servant of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's for sure, as we are all falling short of what we're able to accomplish. But because that we have seen it, we overlook our own faults. We look at ourselves as being the biggest tzaddikim in the world who have done no wrong, and we only focus in and we hone in on the faults and the shortcomings and the negative traits of the person that we are angry with and we are upset with. And that, says the Beis Halevi, is a big problem, because if you would just wipe out, uproot the sinah from inside of yourself, you'd stop hating people. Again, a lot of our hatred is truly unjustified because we're too makpid, we're too strict, we're too overbearing. We have too much of emotional anguish that's going on inside of us. We're too much caught up in ourselves and our own lives and our own world and worried about ourselves. We don't think about others. And therefore we look with hatred at another person. You're going to obviously see the bad that is there. What are you going to do from that? You're going to speak Lashon HaRa. Lashon HaRa, the HaChaim tells us, was the root cause of the Chorban Abayis, of the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash, because that they hated their fellow Jew. That's what it says in the Gemara. Sinas Chinam destroyed the Beis HaMikdash. It led them to speaking constant words of Lashon HaRa about each other. And Lashon HaRa is destructive. It's like the mouth is maves v'chayim b'yad halashon. Death and life is in the hands of the tongue, which means that you have a lethal weapon inside of your mouth. You can use it to give chayim, to give life. You can praise a person. You can speak positively about them. You can speak nicely about them. You can say brachas and divrei Torah and all good things, and then your mouth gives life. Or it can be a maves, it can be a weapon of destruction, that it can destroy the world around it. Lashon HaRa destroys the world. What causes one Jew to speak badly about another Jew, Lashon HaRa? If you hate them. If you love the Jew, if you felt good about them, even if you were indifferent. Let's say that a person upset you and you're teetering on Sina, but you know what? You say, Sinas Chinam, such a bad thing. I'm not going to allow that to creep into the way that I think about them. And so you remain indifferent. If that's how you feel, you won't speak Lashon HaRa. But when you are seething and writhing in hatred over another person, so the nature then is to bring about words of Lashon HaRa, of gossip and evil speech, degrading comments about that person. And then Rahman al-Itzlan, you have now not only transgressed of the mitzvah of V'yafta l'recha kamocha, not only are you transgressing the prohibition constantly, hating your fellow Jew in your heart, you're now getting into the world of Lashon HaRa, which destroys the Beis HaMikdash, and it destroys a person, and it destroys society, and destroys the world, Rachmana litzlan. So we have to be so careful to try our best to uproot the Sinas Chinam from our hearts. Have a wonderful day.